Hello friends, Marcy here, and I want to do a quick, I'm trying to avoid that light. It was bright sunny day and I opened the window blinds, but then the sun was covered by the clouds, so I had to turn my light back on. Anyway, I'm going to try to avoid that glare and show you this gorgeous pen. It just arrived and I'll get it unboxed and show you the beauty of it. It's a Sailor Prophet Junior Plus 10, and all the other writing is Japanese writing, and I do not know any of that. I will attempt to say the color of that ink. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm anxious to get into this. I'm quite pleased that this came with um, the converter in the pen and the bottle of ink. So that's one of the reasons it drew me to purchasing. Aside from it's just gorgeous. Here, let me see. This packaging is a little different. It's not like it has a clamshell box or anything with the lid. Oh, there's a little booklet in there, which probably will not help me much since it's probably all in Japanese. Asian writing. Okay. And we can take it out just the same. And finally, goodness, finally the bottle. That's so pretty. Okay, move the packaging aside. Take a quick glance here. There's a little diagram of the contents in the box, and yes, so none of that to help me with any questions, but I really don't have any. It's a Sailor. We have other Sailor pens. I'm just very pleased that it came with the converter, and oh, this ink is gorgeous. I don't know the name. Let's say Kitsune Biori. I don't know. You give it a try and see what you come up with. But we'll get some of that out of the bottle and onto paper. I do want to assemble this so you can see the beauty of the color as one pen. It's very lightweight, by the way. Of course, it is a plastic. And the converter, I can see, does have, well, I thought it was an agitator ball moving. No, it was just a glare or a glisten on that rod in the center. Okay, so get this inserted, give it a quick water rinse, flush, and let's see. Let you see the color of this pen. I don't know what color to call it because I can't read the words, but isn't it gorgeous? It has a light, a pastel lilac tint to it here in front of me. Also like a beige background with the iridescent, pearlescent lilac that's coming through. So it's quite unique. I don't know what to call the color, but I will do some research and see what I can tell you about it. So it has a little cigar torpedo shape. I need to bring out some of my other Sailors for body comparison, but I think I'll come back and do that at another time because I would like to have the opportunity to use this and tell you about how satisfied I am with that. Anyway, oh, it's like my Sailor compass. The nib feed is clear. I do like that about my Sailor compass, and the body shape is very similar. So I do want to give this a quick flush. Thank you for bearing with me as I'm repeating myself here. But putting my plunger down, which is causing the bubbles in the water because I didn't have it ready yet. So everything's coming out clear. There we go. Let's get ready for some ink. And this does not look like it has any shimmer particulates to disperse around. So just some gorgeous liquid. Oh, the color inside that cap almost looks like an olive green. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay, plunger down on the converter and draw up some ink. I really don't care how much ink I get in my first draw. It doesn't need to be filled because I do want to do some experimental writing with this and see how I like the color. Of course, I'm always satisfied with the quality of the Sailor inks. I have quite a few. And okay, one more reason I'm anxious to write with this. Oh, wow, that looks like a brown taupe color. Not the olive green anymore on the paper towel. With it's drying with an edge of like a turquoise blue. Interesting. So you have some shading going on. And I do want to put a swatch. I have one more spot on the bottom of my swatch book here that we can fill up with this new ink. I capped the bottle as I was moving things around because, you know, surprises, accidents. And I have my phone, which is my camera, right here in front of me, and I kind of have to look under it, around it as I'm moving things around. And I got way too much liquid here, I think. Spread it around a little more thin on the paper. I like this. I actually think it would look good in a different color body pen, but let's see what happens when it dries, because I'm seeing some taupe colors shining through here. And as it dries, I wonder if we have some chameleon color changing ink going on. So I'm going to try to copy this Sailor, the spelling of this bottle. And then what I was excited to talk to you about, which you can see right now as I'm writing with it, I hope you can see close enough, is this is the Fude nib. I wanted to do a writing experiment or testing with it, and then use it all day tomorrow, and then come back with you with a happiness report. Sailor Kitsune. Okay, in the letters, I am seeing colors that are similar to the body of this pen. So that's a good match. Looks like a good match there. Kitsune Biori. Nice. All right. I guess my favorite part is where I wrote the S and then the word Sailor. And at the bottom here, where it's starting to dry, I'm seeing some of the beige, almost like a mushroom color coming through. Like, I don't know if I twist this, turn this, let you get different lighting. You can tell it's very damp in the middle there where it's glaring, but impressive. I'm not seeing any colors that are matching the label on the bottle just yet, but I'm hoping for that to happen. We'll see. All right, I can move this aside or kind of leave it a little in the corner so you can watch it dry with me and do a quick writing sample here in the Nimacine book. Okay, so that video had an interruption. I thought I would come back to the video within minutes, but it's actually been 2 days. So there's quite a pause. I had opened this Nimacine book to this page and was just about to show you the front cover. This actually came from Goulet Pens in a bundle when I purchased my Sailor compass. And I did some writing samples here. They are the medium fine nib, and I use this one a lot consistently with this ink. I just keep refilling with the Sailor Shikiori Yamadori. And this is one of the inks that came with the pen in the bundle with the notebook. So I wanted to just write here, use this page for writing. And then when I didn't get to come back to my video, I just took the pen with me to school yesterday and I used it Oh, I just love the color, that glimmer, that shimmer, that pearlescent shimmer, and the colors that show through. Um, Sorry, I get distracted with beauty. But I took it with me to school yesterday, and I did use it in my little Hobonichi book that I record my students' meals with in the cafeteria at breakfast and lunchtime, and write various notes. But so the Fude nib was fun to use, and on varying papers, the ink tended to be quite light coming out of the nib. So I put a heavy dose of ink here, and as you can see now, it has dried, and I even colored in a little bit on the lid using this nib to see what kind of ink would flow through there. But I want to do a writing sample here and show you how this Fude nib performs on the paper. And so this, oh, and while I was gone, I actually did some research and found out some information on some of the Japanese terms that I didn't know. I looked those up and I made some notes. So I'll kind of write some of those notes here. But this is the Sailor Prophet Junior. And when I purchased it, it had the, let me come in a little closer, the name plus 10. And I do believe that that plus 10 means you get the pen plus 10 ml ink bottle. So I'm sure that means 10 ml. And then the Kitsune Biori, I believe, means wobble fox. I've looked up, found some information for wobble fox. And as I'm writing this is already dried to like a mauve color. And when I'm putting down the wet ink, I'm seeing that olive green that was visible in the cap when I first opened it. So I love inks that are just fun to watch. You know, you never knew that you could have fun watching ink dry. It is fun. So wobble fox, and it is a Hiyori. And if I pronounce these words incorrectly, I apologize, but that I'm kind of like a phonetic reader because they teach students to read. So Hiyori calligraphy. And then also one of the other terms for wobble fox that I discovered was swagger, and that one made me chuckle. And the fox can wobble or swagger. So also this 10 ml ink is called a flickering ink. Instead of a shading ink or a chameleon ink, it's called a flickering ink. And I just wanted to give you that little bit of information. Flickering as a multicolor ink as it passes through its color phases. This is amazing how it's the top after it's dried looks very much like the pen color, and then when it's wet it looks like the olive green. So much fun. And then other information, I believe this was on the Amazon website because I did order this from Amazon. Says it is a Fox Hitaku on the color, the pen color. Fox Hitaku. And it does have a stainless steel nickel plated or nickel chrome plated nib. So if you aren't seeing this light ink as I'm writing, it's wet because I'm too far away, and it's not too difficult to see on this paper. So I think probably with the wetness of the ink and my lighting here, it's probably causing it to be faint, but it is not difficult to see. Knock my cap over. I didn't even realize that I hadn't posted the pen. So it's very comfortable to write, like a pocket pen size, unposted. So, all right, one more bit of information. This pen was 30, I think about $30 for the bundle, which is very, considering everything you get, affordable. Because if you consider the ink, this is a 10 ml you can buy Sailor ink bottles in a 20 ml that are about $13 for 20 ml. And so considering this to be half that, you might even half it and round it at about $7 for this bottle. The converter, if you purchase a Sailor converter separately, which many Sailor pens I have purchased did not come with a converter and I had to purchase separately. They are between $6 and $7, like $6.80. So I'm going to round that again to $7. So right now we already have 14 of the 30 in the extras, and that would put the cost of the pen at about $16, which is not bad for a Sailor pen. So I don't have the link. It is found on Amazon. If you search it out, Sailor Prophet Junior plus 10, you can find that wonderful deal on Amazon. And just real quick, I wanted to show another Sailor pen that I have that has the translucent body. This is gorgeous. And then, of course, the Kaweco iridescent pearl. Love the colors and the shimmer here. And this pen right away I thought of the Kaweco when I saw that. So I just want to bring that to your attention. And this has been fun. Sorry for the delay. And I appreciate you for spending some of your precious moments with me. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.